What's up guys, this is David here and welcome to another Mobile Legends gameplay video. Today we will be featuring Mustang Johnson, the mighty Autobot Transformer. Johnson was once a champion football quarterback with millions of fans around the world, especially among the girls. Now in an effort to avoid hitting a little girl when he was driving his favorite sports car one day, Johnson crashed his car on the side of the road and almost died from the hemorrhage. But the metal elements of the car got a spirit of its own, touched by the heroic move of Johnson, and merged its iron element with this all-star champion's body, turned Johnson into the transformer that he is right now. The interesting part of this story is, NFL is only hosted in USA. Now why is he famous around the world then? Anyhow, let's get into his build. Johnson is an amazing tank that thrills at engaging a team fight and sometimes saving his allies, just like how he saved that lucky little girl who survived the car crash. If quote-unquote drove correctly, Johnson can be the most deadly and impactful player of the game. And most importantly, once you grasp the true power of this champion can bring to the table, I can almost guarantee you playing Johnson will be the most fun you ever had so far in Mobile Legends. Johnson's passive, Electro Airbag, will generate a shield when his HP drops below 30%. Now the size of the shield is actually dependent on how much armor you have, which is insanely OP. It literally means the tankier you are, the tankier your shield is going to be, which in other words, is going to make you even tankier, if you know what I mean. Johnson's first ability, Iron Sack, will empower his next basic attack. Enemy hit by this empowered attack will take decent amount of damage and be slowed for a short duration. Now, if the target hit is already slowed on contact, this unit will be stunned for a short duration instead. And note here is, the amount of damage this ability does actually is proportional to the amount of armor you have. Again, combined with this passive is why we're going to gear towards full armor build on Johnson, which we will get into in a little bit. Johnson's second ability, Missile Tackle, will send 3 missiles in a huge fan-shaped area. Any unit hit by these missiles will be slowed for a short duration and takes a small amount of damage. This synergizes extremely well with your first ability, meaning if your teammate is not able to offer any slow, make sure you slow the enemy with your second ability and then hit them on the head with your first ability to stun them. A note here is, the slow duration inflicted by this ability is quite short, so make sure you can be in melee range if you're going for the combo stun with your first ability before you cast your second. Otherwise, enemy will have enough time to get away before you're able to chase them and hit them on the head with your first ability. This ability will target minions and will prioritize enemy champions if in range. So this is also extremely good for pushing waves and that's why we're going to max Johnson's second ability first. Johnson's third ability, or ultimate, Rapid Touchdown, will transform Johnson into a rocket sports truck, which can be controlled with your direction command. The truck will continue to accelerate automatically, which means it will be harder to control in the later phase of this charge. But the more speed it has upon impact, the more damage you're going to do, just like real life. Now, disclaimer here, it's a good thing in this game to accelerate, but not necessarily a good thing in real life if you hit someone with high speed, if you know what I mean. Ow, well, such a life, c'est la vie, right? Anyhow, this truck will stun people in a decent AoE area for a short duration upon impact. And this is so strong, because if teamed up with the right champion composition, this will be the game breaker most of the time. Not mentioning you and your ally are able to jump on them with lightning speed, which reduce enemies' chances of sufficient reaction time to get away. So far, the best duo who can be really deadly riding with Johnson's ult that I have discovered are Alpha, Alice, Freya, Tro, and maybe Panda as well. In general, you want to ride with someone who can chain CC or chain core control, and also deal a significant amount of damage as well. An important note here is, if you are not charging and ganking with ability whenever it's off cooldown, you are not playing the Mustang Johnson. You are playing Antique Johnson. And we all know how much we all hate about Antique Johnson on your team. Regarding the driving part of it, the maneuver is quite difficult, like I mentioned, due to the speed of this ultimate. And to achieve the maximum success of crashing onto your target, generally you want to stand in a straight line with them from far, which requires as little maneuver as possible. Now, Johnson's ultimate can easily do a 90-degree turn at the bot and top lane corner, but it is very difficult and almost impossible to turn to the river if you're driving down towards the mid lane. A note here is, this ultimate have 3 activation points. First is to transform into a car and stay in place to wait for an ally to hop in. Second is start the engine to charge. And the third activation point is to cancel the movement in the mid-drive. And yes, you heard me right. Most people do not realize that you can actually cancel Johnson's ultimate while driving by simply typing the ultimate again. This can save your life sometimes when you regret your decision of charging to begin with. Once again, due to the synergy Johnson's ability kit has with armor, we will gear towards full armor build. I usually go for blade armor first, followed up with warrior boots. If laning against mage champions, I sometimes get cursed helmet first. We can then finish up the build with Demon's Advent, Bloodthirsty King, and Heart of the Steel. These 3 items offer tremendous amount of HP and armor that synergize with your kit really well. You might argue, why not Dominus Eyes then? Well, you can totally get it and swap out Demon's Advent or Curse Helmet if you want based on the game. But just know that Dominus Eyes mana part will be totally useless on you, and the CDR is great, but not that great either on Johnson, because you do need to wait for right along your ally's ability cooldown as well. So in conclusion, I find this current build to be the strongest and currently maintain me at 99.9999% win rate in Glorious Legend ranked gameplay. So let's get into his gameplay then. In the past team fight, you saw me mixing my ultimate on the enemy team, while in fact what I was doing is, I saw their tank in the front line, which I have no interest in using my ultimate on. So I tried to circle around him to charge towards their backline. Unfortunately, on the map, I had no idea where the backline was. Intuitively, I thought he was just behind this cow, behind this Minotaur, which I was totally wrong. But we were able to jump back in and kill the entire team, as you can see. Here, whenever I see an opportunity, that enemy is in their tower, doesn't matter where they are, as long as in a straight line with me and my ally, I use my ultimate immediately whenever I have it. And you can see Freya hop on the car. We were able to destroy his Nana within 1.5 seconds. She just absolutely get deleted from the game. And that's what you want to do with Johnson. As a tank, you're a frontline, but because of your ultimate, you have the unique ability to jump on their backline. So make sure you circle around their front line and try to target their backline. And you can hit the wall next to their backline as well, because the stun area is so huge. With Johnson, you always want to do surprise attack. You always want to stay in the back, let enemies think they're 5v3. So you're actually staying in the back with another ally, ready to charge. As you can see, we're staying in the back, Freya hopped in the car, Robot jumped in, lightning speed on this Bruno jumped back, Freya hopped in. Because our user is CC, Freya got a double kill easily, and he's able to get a triple kill, and he jumped back in, got a quadra kill, and is able to finish up the entire team with an amazing penta kill here. And that's the power of this dueling combo. Generally speaking, Johnson is most effective. You can find a friend or a game friend, whatever it may be, that knows what they're doing, that knows when you have ultimate, that understands your signal and getting the car and charge towards enemy line with you. Here you can see we find an opportunity with Layla on the small map, and Freya and I are able to jump in the car immediately and charge towards Layla. Here's a 3v4 situation, but you can see how tanky I am with my passive, with a huge shield, and Penta is able to fall here, but Freya and I actually going to survive this pretty easily. And in this team fight, we're able to get enemy Freya as well as Nana in exchange for Panda. Here you see our Freya get cocky, end up dying in enemy team. I saw opportunity to jump in because our Bruno was there. I immediately used my ultimate from our base, and you see that speed of charging, going to the line immediately, and murder the enemy team Bruno as well as Minotaur like a breeze. And that's the power of Autobot Johnson. As an initiation tank, a tank who can initiate any team fight, you always want to be roaming around the map, try to find opportunity to help your team. Like I said, whenever you have ultimate, even if you don't, if you're not roaming or ganking with Johnson, you're not playing the Mustang Johnson, you're playing Antique Johnson. Here I saw enemy Bruno on the mid lane. Freya and I immediately hop into the car and try to charge towards Bruno, but when I come to mid, I find out he's actually way in the back. So I turn around, I spotted Nana, and I'm able to kill Nana instantly, as you can see, and Bruno jumped in and actually died as well. Here, I was able to tank the tower for the Freya, so Freya can feel free at dealing damage without worrying about losing HP. And look at the power of the passive. I just don't die whatsoever. Here, enemy team actually conceded the game, so that'll be the game for us. GG, well played. Thank you for watching this gameplay video. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the show. Check out more amazing videos and come hang out with us every day during our live stream on Twitch from 6 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time using the link listed below. With that, thanks again for watching this ranked gameplay, and I'll see you guys in our next video.